Ialomita County in southeastern Romania is the fruit of a fabulous symbiosis: man, plain, water, and sun. On the transit roads that tie Bucharest, the capital of Romania, with Moldavia and the Black Sea coast, Ialomita County cannot be avoided, and most times is a place for repast where the traveler stops to gaze with amazement upon the horizons of the plains. Any which way you might go into the county, you'll feel you are in imperial lands, with never-ending rolling plains of grain. Here the wheat braids with the sky, corn rises proud as oak, and the sun multiplies in the millions of sunflower faces. Here you contemplate with authentic amazement the profile of traveling crosses, become border stones of Christianity. The Cross of Kirana, a historical monument created to celebrate the visit here by ruler Matei Basarab, seems a giant sword driven into the plain it protects. This is a story about the times and seasons of the plains of Ialomita, a place full of meaning, a land with a strong personality, representative for a way of life and a civilization. Seasons have always been accompanied by the sign of times immemorial. These lands breathe through the cutting cold of winter, through hopeful springs, and the torrid heat of summer. Samples of material and spiritual life of the past are exhibited by the County Museum, displaying a cultural and chronological succession of events in the life of human communities that have left archaeological evidence in the county, starting with the Neolithic in the 6th millennium BC down to the present day. The archaeology collection has very special objects, unique in Romania. The great diversity of pottery, farming implements, house and craft tools, as well as the hearth decorated with solar symbols uncovered at Piscul Crășani, prove the great development of the fortress in the 1st and 2nd centuries BC. All these things, in time and over centuries, are proof that the people of Ialomita Plains have managed always to capitalize on existing resources and to develop communities that have stood the test of time. Inhabitants made the best of the meager construction materials that they were able to pull out of the ground. Braided wicker, walls made of staves, and panels made of tree branches, adobe buildings, and thatched roofs. This is how the personality of Ialomita houses took shape. Man breathed soul into the wooden walls. The soul of the ground they stripped off the shoulders of the slumbering giant that is the plain of Baragan. Taking to the road again, we reach the memorial house of great orchestra conductor Ionel Perla in the village of Ograda. His marvelous baton has blessed the Scala of Milan, the Metropolitan Opera in New York, and many other philharmonics in Europe and in America. He had an impressive musical and aesthetic training, had a refined knowledge of voices, and was an extraordinary psychologist. He modulated behavior with a rare elegance, setting up a very efficient rapport with all the artists he was leading. Said about Ionel Perla, Francesco Siciliani, one of the greatest personalities of Italian and international musical life in the 20th century. In order to honor his memory and wishing to uncover a special musical genre, the lead, Ialomita has been holding, since 1992, the National Ionel Perla Lead Festival and Competition, an ambitious, unique project carrying on the name Ionel Perla to future generations. The Ionel Perla UNESCO Cultural Center provides Ialomita County with an opportunity to affirm Romanian culture and civilization values by organizing complex cultural, artistic, and scientific manifestations with fine art and photography exhibitions. Ialomita County has sent soaring to the peaks of Romanian literature great writers such as Constantin Țoiu, Ștefan Bănulescu, Mircea Dinescu, and others. The county library, bearing the name of Ștefan Bănulescu, with its specialized services and a collection of over 200,000 books, provides access to cultural information, an opportunity for sustainable, ongoing education, a useful way to spend one's free time, develop one's personality for readers of all ages. The annual book salon is meant and designed to provide a means to publicize new book acquisitions and to promote dialogue between writers, publishers, and the public. Another personality that has forever changed the Ialomita landscape is Angel Salini, a brilliant construction engineer that was to gift Europe with the longest bridge of its time and one of the most important metal bridges of that era. The Fetești and Cernavoda bridges have become symbols of engineering innovation, true world premieres, using for the first time ever a new system of console beams for the bridge's frame and soft steel in the panels. The century that has passed since the bridge was finished and inaugurated in the presence of King Carol I is plentiful proof of the success with which Romanian engineering passed its first major exam. When new bridges were built, starting in 1980, next to Angel Salini's bridges, the Danube Bridges complex became not only an achievement of great economic significance, but also a work of art and ingenuity. Infrastructure is being modernized at a fast pace, Economic and social competitiveness and performance are on the rise and indicate a potential that has not yet been fully realized, but also a foundation on which to build the future of these lands. The cities of Slobozia, Fetești, and Urziceni, the towns of Țăndărei, Amara, Căzănești, and Fierbinți, as well as the 59 villages of the county, are constantly changing their face. People are seeking that special symbiosis between old and new to improve urban planning and the social environment without altering traditions. The capital of Ialomita County, the city of Slobozia, is a prosperous city of the plains with modern urban planning and with economic, social, cultural, and sports venues that bring joy and hope in the hearts of its inhabitants. Each park is a true oasis of green in a dry land, with fountains that rain coolly over the torrid heat of summer. Slobozia is home to the Saint Voivod's Monastery, one of the most important religious and architecture monuments of Baragan. The edifice was patroned by Iannache Karaja and finished by the great ruler Matei Basarab. Here is found an impressive collection of religious objects and documents from the 17th and 18th centuries, wrapped in the fog of times long gone. The Episcopal Cathedral is an exceptional building, a symbol of eternal orthodoxy in these lands. By the grace of God, people had the audacity of raising this wonderful monument of soulful modesty, the Episcopal Cathedral, that stands as a step to heavens and to faith. The sunny faces of these children is a ray of hope and certainty for future times and seasons in Ialomita. A land full of mystery, picturesque and fascinating, awaiting to be discovered. That is the miracle of the plains of Ialomita.